Good morning, I'm Barbara, and welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. Today, we're focusing on a significant development in international relations as the United States reopens its embassy in Venezuela, marking a notable thawing of relations between the two countries. This move comes nearly 3 months after former Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro was abducted by U.S. forces and is currently facing narco-terrorism charges in a New York court. The resumption of diplomatic operations at the U.S. Embassy in Caracas is a key milestone in implementing the president's three-phase plan for Venezuela, aimed at strengthening engagement with Venezuela's interim government, civil society, and the private sector. According to Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the stability brought about by this transition is already showing signs of attracting businesses back to Venezuela. However, it's crucial to note that the situation in Venezuela remains complex, with the transition of power still unclear. The international community has condemned the U.S. military's invasion and abduction of Maduro, and his trial in the U.S. has sparked debate about sovereignty and the rule of law. As we delve into this story, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and the potential implications for both countries. The U.S. government's accusations against Maduro and other high-ranking Venezuelan officials regarding drug trafficking and providing cover to criminal groups have been a point of contention, with many questioning the legitimacy of these claims. The reopening at the embassy is a significant step towards normalizing relations, but also raises questions about the future of democracy in Venezuela. As Secretary Rubio emphasized, a full transition to democracy is necessary for Venezuela to fulfill its economic potential and achieve long-term stability. We'll continue to monitor this situation closely, providing you with updates and analysis as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that this development marks a new chapter in US-Venezuela relations, one that will be watched closely by the international community. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're continuing our discussion on current events, and today we're focusing on the recent developments in U.S. airports. As you may be aware, the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, has been facing significant challenges due to the ongoing government shutdown. Many TSA workers have gone without pay for weeks, leading to increased absenteeism and longer wait times at airport security checkpoints. According to reports, some airport wait times have started to improve as TSA workers begin to receive their paychecks. However, it's unclear how long it will take for security lines to return to normal. The Department of Homeland Security has deployed immigration and customs enforcement agents to some airports to assist with security, but it's uncertain how long they will remain. The situation is complex, with Democrats and Republicans struggling to reach an agreement on funding for the TSA. Democrats are pushing for restraints on President Trump's immigration enforcement and mass deportation operations, while Republicans are willing to negotiate on some points but have yet to reach a final agreement. It's essential to consider multiple perspectives on this issue. On one hand, the lack of pay for TSA workers has caused significant hardship and disruption to the aviation system. On the other hand, the deployment of ICE agents has raised concerns about the potential impact on immigration enforcement and the rights of travelers. As we continue to monitor this situation, it's crucial to prioritize fairness, balance, and accuracy in our reporting. We will provide updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the situation at U.S. airports remains uncertain and subject to change. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a look at the latest development in Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis has signed legislation renaming Palm Beach International Airport after President Donald Trump. The decision has sparked interest and debate, with some seeing it as a tribute to the former president's connection to the state, while others have raised questions about the process and potential implications. The airport, which will now be known as Donald J. Trump International Airport, is a major commercial hub in Palm Beach County, and the name change will require updates to various flight charting and navigation databases, as well as new signage. The move follows a series of other institutions and buildings being renamed after Trump, including the Kennedy Center and the United States Institute of Peace. It's worth noting that the decision to rename the airport was made possible by a bill passed by Republicans in the Florida House and Senate, which gives the state the authority to name major commercial service airports. The bill was signed into law by Governor DeSantis on Monday, and the name change is expected to take effect after a formal request is submitted to the Federal Aviation Administration. As with any major decision, there are different perspectives on this issue. Some argue that renaming the airport after Trump is a way to recognize his contributions to the state and its economy, while others see it as a political move or an attempt to curry favor with the former president. Regardless of one's opinion on the matter, it's clear that this decision will have an impact on the community and the state as a whole. As always, we strive to provide balanced and fair coverage of the news, and we encourage our listeners to engage in respectful and informed discussions about the issues that matter most. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.